Guys, Russian sage is a plant that you need. It was my top selling and one of my favorite plants. It's my top 3 at least. You know, maybe even my #1 perennial plant in my mind. You know, there's a ton of plants that I've grown and stuff here. I sell plants. And like I said, I sold 60 or 70 of these plants, I think. Somewhere around there is my #1 selling. This plant right here is a year old. It survived the winter. That one survived the winter. You know, one plant you can be seen from a really far, you know, distance. And one plant is literally 3 foot tall, just about 2 or 3 foot wide. So one plant or 2 or 3 plants gives some serious bang for your buck. And this plant, it's July now, and it will bloom all the way until mid to late October when the frosts kill it. This plant does not stop blooming until the frosts, you know, set it back and make it go dormant. That is why I absolutely love this plant. I have deer and rabbits here all the time, and they have not touched this plant yet. I've heard of someone saying that deer have ate Russian sage, but for the most part, most people have said that they have not gotten touched. It goes dormant in the winter completely, so nothing will eat it when it's dormant, as far as I know. And, you know, so it survived the winter. It loves dry, hot, sunny conditions. And it has the ability to reproduce from seed. But guys, I'm telling you guys, this is literally, I mean, it's one of my favorites. You know, it's very, very difficult to not say that everything's my favorite, but you know, it's one of the most reliable plants for full sun, dry conditions. You don't want to transplant, remove this plant, move it to other places, because it will not like that. And, you know, these seedlings, I'm going to have to probably dig up. You know, it produced about 12 seedlings for me, maybe less than that. And I used 11 of these in a landscaping job that I did recently. And because, you know, these plants, imagine 11 of these all in a big group, you know, and I thought about using just a bunch of these across this mound. So then you have nonstop blooms for multiple months. And it's also, it needs trimmed back in the early spring with scissors or maybe some pruners or something. Really, really simple to trim. The base is not very big, and just super, super simple. So, you know, I love this plant. It smells good. You know, yep, it smells good. It's better than lavender for sure. It's longer blooming than Nepeta. It's taller than Nepeta. And I mean, it's just Russian sage. Get the newer varieties. I said, this one has not spread from the base. The older varieties or different species or whatever will spread from the base. You know, this variety has grown from seed. There's some varieties that only get 2 foot tall, like blue set Russian sage, or you can get blue jean baby or something else like this. This is little spire, like I said. Having it here paired with the flowers of the firelight tidbit hydrangeas and pairing it with whites and stuff is just, you know, amazing. But then I've also got it paired with a dark leafed penstemon right here. Look at those flowers. It's still flowering here in late July. That's incredible. Anise hyssop or black adder agustache or agustache is another plant that blooms from literally now all the way till frost. So this is my, you know, probably my top 3 favorite perennial plants and best performers. I would say Russian sage might, you know, be better for handling the winters than this plant right here, because this plant can sometimes die. It can produce seedlings, but this plant right here later in the year will have 100 bees on it. I am telling you guys, this is the best pollinator plant you can possibly buy as far as I know. And I've also heard some really good things about this plant right here. This is a globe thistle, but guys, this just started blooming and it's kind of already fading. So I don't think this is going to be that long of a bloomer. And this can also spread from seed. It's in the thistle family. Really, really pretty. And I'm sure you guys are wondering what this is. This is the Sassy Summer Sunset Yarrow. This plant can rebloom and bloom for a long time. But like I said, this video is about Russian sage. And I just know that you guys are going to want to see what those flowers are in the background. The Russian sage. You guys need it. Get it, buy it. Let me know if you want 30 of these. and I'll get them for you eventually, guys. This is my #1 selling, top favorite, long blooming plant, and pretty foliage. You know, even in the spring, I mean, it's pretty until it flowers, then it's even better. I mean, let's just walk away from it. I mean, you can see from a distance, it's just so incredibly pretty. You know, get some Russian sage.